shaking. That may be the biggest deer of my life.
I'm Andrew Fort. I'm from Ulysses, Kansas, born and raised there. This year Brandt would turn 7. That's when I usually let the kids start hunting with me.
All right, buddy, what are we doing?
Trying to get me a deer.
Oh yeah? Think we'll do it? How about we hit the road and we go see if we can find something?
So opening day of youth season this year, Brandt and I went out and we had quite a few cameras out. We had a spot that didn't have a lot of action on it, but I've seen a lot of deer in years past over there, and so we decided we were just gonna go try it. It was hot. So we get in there and get set up, and about, I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour later, we see a real nice buck coming in to the north of us, and he got real nervous and watching past us and took off, and we looked up and there's a coyote come in and it spooked him off on the other side of us. So he left and we waited a little while, kept watching, and I don't know, we had pheasants and a bunch of stuff coming down in, and then we started seeing a few deer moving back to the north again, and kept waiting and waiting, and then it wasn't very long, they started coming over straight from the east, coming straight toward us. I couldn't believe how many deer were coming in there. There's, I don't know, 3 nice shooters and however many other deer standing there at the water tank, and I can see 2 or 3 more shooters still coming in from the north. And the one deer stepped away from the tank and took a couple steps to the south, and Brandt was watching, and I just heard him say, "I want that one." So we zoned in on it.
No.
Got it, buddy. Good job. What'd you just do?
Kill a buck.
Okay. What kind of buck?
A mule.
Okay. Baby one?
No.
No? Are you sure?
Because yeah, I didn't lose big ones.
Think we gotta go ahead and try to find him?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go see where he's at.
Finally about dark we got out and took off walking looking for him.
Right here.
Blood on it?
Yeah.
Right here, let me see.
It's coming with dirt though.
It took a little while to find some blood, but we ended up tracking him, I don't know, a quarter mile or so, nearly almost right back to the pickup is where he was at.
Let me see. Look at me. What do you think?
Good.
What did you do?
Kill this deer.
It was pretty impressive to see it and see his reaction when they came in and the smile on his face as they started coming over the hill. And so always like taking them on every hunt, but the first hunt's pretty special to see their reaction and to get to see the connection and the attachment that they have to it after that first hunt. It's a great feeling to take the kids, and I love to hunt, but I love to take them almost more than I like to hunt myself. So. We got Brandt done, and so next up it was Adeline. It'd been 2 years since she got a hunt, so it was her turn to go, and we were gonna go try to find her one.
So after Brandt got his deer and Dad got his deer, I was super excited to go hunting. And then on one Friday, Dad said, "You ready to go hunt?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
So we'd hunted a few times and we'd seen some deer, and so they'd been coming in about every day, but it'd come right at dark. We were able to see them, but we didn't have any shooting light for them to come to us. So that one afternoon we had a cold front come in and it got cold. And so I hurried home from work and I told her, I said, hey, let's get your stuff and let's go.
It's November 11th. We're at the same place we were at last night, and we're gonna see if we can get the old 2x2 that we were gonna try getting. And we've seen a bunch of deer just driving in, so that's a good sign. We're gonna see if we can make it happen.
That's right. There's a big old one out here about 300 yards. I can see him, but I can't tell which one he is. And they were headed east toward us. So hopefully they'll come in here and give us a shot. If not, maybe it's not him and he'll come from the normal direction here. We'll see. Okay, let's see what happens.
We weren't in the stand 15 minutes probably. And had a doe come around behind us. And I don't know where she came from because I'd looked around, didn't see any deer anywhere. And so turned on the cameras and got to watch, and I hear Adeline, buck. And I turned to my left and he was coming in fast.
Well, do you think we can find him?
He's right.
That happened so fast. I don't know where they came from.
We've really been here for 20 minutes.
I just looked out the window and didn't see him.
I saw Anna, I like, buck.
I saw her. So I got on her. About the time you said buck, I saw feet out this window. And then horns out that window.
That was cool. Yo, I've been here for 20 minutes.
That was awesome. Good job, kid.
Once we got out of the blind and she walked over to grab a hold of him to how big he actually was that was pretty impressive. And then the smile on her face.
That was so cool.
What do you think of that, dude? Check him out. Isn't he cool? Pick him up. Let's see how big he is. If you can pick him up.
Really heavy.
Okay, what do you got to say?
That was so cool.
2 deer, same blind?
Yep.
Both monsters.
In hardly less than 20 minutes.
Okay, well let's get him tagged up and then we can move him around and take some more pictures. Okay? Wish you'd smile a little bit and act like you're happy. Huh?
It's hard to breathe. I didn't show.
Good job, kiddo.
So this is William. He's 12 now. And I've self-filmed in the past. I'm not very good at it. And he loves cameras and electronics and all that. He took to these cameras like nothing else. So I enlisted him to be my cameraman this year. And we hunted quite a few days. We hunted that one blind several days. Saw this deer a couple times, right at dark. Couldn't decide whether to take the shot or not, so we just waited.
It's October 18th. We're a little rushed. We just got here. It's kind of late. But we got harvest going on and moving fields and everything, so I was a little behind getting here when I wanted to, but we didn't spook anything. We didn't see anything. We got in here, got sprayed down, got set up. Kind of changed my setup in the blind a little bit. And I don't know if it'll help or not, but it may not. But this is our 4th sit in this blind. Thanks to my buddy for letting me use his blind in his spot and his farm and everything. Matter of fact, his son's about 2 miles from us probably, as a crow flies, in another blind to his right now. So hopefully one or both of us will fill a tag tonight, but back out for the management bucks. They both come in last night, stood out there till after dark. They were in here by the time we got to pick up, they were down here at the corn pile. So we haven't spooked them, we haven't hopefully haven't educated them, but we're gonna just sit here and wait and see and hope they show up.
We had a lot of deer coming in, but it was pushing closer to dark, and we see the deer that we'd been waiting for come over the hill, and just seeing him stand up, it was like, okay, we're not letting him walk this time, we're gonna get him.
I was very excited when the buck came over the hill because we've been watching this buck we've had him come in like 2 days in a row around there. Anyways, my heart was pumping. I'm surprised you couldn't hear it in the footage though.
So finally he come down the hill and I don't know, it seemed like forever. It may not have been very long, but it seemed like an hour. We sat there waiting for him to where I could get the shot. And but finally got settled in, got my nerves calmed down, and was able to get my bow drawn.
This is a good sign. We got good blood right here. Oh, look there.
Fortunately, he didn't go very far. We had to leave him for the night because he just wasn't, I wasn't comfortable walking up on him where he was at. I didn't want to jump him, so we checked on him a couple times and made the decision to back out and come back the next morning. The next morning, sun comes up and I grab Will again and we get out there, and we knew where he'd bedded down that night before, and I was pretty confident if he went anywhere, he didn't go more than just, you know, a few yards from where he was at. And so we take off walking, and when I walked out on the hill where I'd seen him bed, and he wasn't on top where I thought he was, but I stepped up on top and he just kind of rolled off the top.
We got him. He's right here. Come on, get up here. Oh my Lord. This is my first ever compound bow kill. I shot them with crossbows for years. I've shot rifles in the past, but this year I was just bound and determined that I was finally gonna get one. And this dude came in the other day and I let him walk, and I just couldn't see him. He was getting close to dark and I wasn't comfortable with the shot, so patience paid off this time, which is something I'm not very good at. But good Lord brought him back in last night in plenty of light, and got a pretty good shot on him. It wasn't as quick as I'd like, but we backed out last night. We found him, thankfully. I'm so excited. I'm so glad Will's here with me to share with it and to help me run the cameras. And the Diamond Edge 320 sure did its job on him with the kill zone from NAP on my Bloodsport arrows here. And now the work begins. We got to get him back to the truck and get him home. But thankfully we found him. The coyotes didn't get to him, and super excited.
The season we had this year was amazing. You know, we love to hunt, we love to fish, we love to be out together, and anytime I get to take them and be with them out there, it just makes my day.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to another Walk by Faith. Today we're going to turn to the Old Testament. Ecclesiastes 1, 2, and 3 says this. Vanity of vanities, says the preacher. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. What advantage does man have in all his work which he does under the sun? I know this is kind of random this week, but truly, as you dig into this, it's basically Solomon teaching and preaching here, and he's basically saying everything that we do on this earth that doesn't involve Christ is vanity. It's nothing. And so, you know, as I look to my own life, as everything that I do, it needs to be about Christ. If it's about deer hunting, it needs to be about Christ. If it's about work, it needs to be about Christ. If it's about loving my wife, it should be about Christ. And that is what it's saying. Anything else is just vanity. This life is short. It's just a vapor, as the word says. So remember that. Encourage you to put everything you have and live for Christ. Guys, thanks for watching this week. And remember, as we always say, shoot by sight and walk by faith.